spoken, and so is it done. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Plain and beyond. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done. Teach us care when we would be reckless. Teach us certainty when we would have doubt. So it is spoken, and so is it done.
Will's brows furrow as your minds connect. He sees the burning embers of Joaquin's rest.
Hells! Old Oravengard's been taken. Then we need to seek him out and get him to safety. I know I haven't said. Our relation was no matter of pride, not least for him. Thank you. That means a lot. But what makes a Duke of Baldur's Gate so interesting to the Drow? No, this is no Drow plot. These absolute nutters, these true souls are behind his abduction. His absence alone will sow chaos in the city. If they were to infect him, he could lead all the more reason to find him. The Absolute has seized not just my father. I'm all for it. He brings to mind a story. An old fairy tale my father read to me. A farmer made a deal with the devil. So the story, the farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach. We can learn a lot from fairy tales. Don't you think? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. That's because you still have hope. He'll require of you only what you'll and then require more. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
Thank you.
Good gods. I don't know what to make of this. 3 artifacts is a positive glut of magic. Yet my hunger only grows. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent. I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. And from an early age could not only control the weave, but such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover. I am, after all. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, Mystra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let. I sought to cross her boundaries. I tried to convince her. I pouted. I pleaded. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess. And yet I wasn't sat. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale? Suffice it to say, I obtained an obscure and ancient book. It was a fragment of primal weave locked out of time. What if, I thought, what if? I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book. Here. Place your hand.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes. Inside there are no pages. Its teeth, its claws. It's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. This Netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. Were it ever to fully destabilize, however, rather worse, I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of Netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small be my chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner. All of this, it must feel like a betrayal. Say that is, you truly are a soul that steals my... I thank you all. I understand I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. Now. Even...
You're handsome.
Have a drink.
I have.
Loosen up, Icarus.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful. True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
It's a heavy, rich red.
See what I mean? All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask? By the hells. Sex, my dear. Not with you. Just to be clear. I mean... Anyway, don't...
Come on, Alfie, make it spicy.
Right. Hearts a quiver. Who raised our bows?
None of that poetic stuff. Something like goblins swarmed.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow. In truth, I rarely imbibe. The stuff goes right to my head. Before you know it, I'd be breaking into song or declaring... But there are many grateful people. Go on, enjoy it.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
It may be some time before you're afforded another... I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger. I won't be held accountable just because you're naive enough to expect easy answers. Now, allow me to continue. To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls. You're half right. You have to get to Moonrise, but you still have a choice of how to get there. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers. Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse. Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned. May Sylvanas guide us.
Do not be so impatient to move on as Halsin. As ever, the Githyanki Kresh remains our priority.
Fair enough. Let me show you on your...
There's a parasite nearby. You should take a closer look. This one is a... Don't worry. You won't come to harm. I'll protect you. You are not ready.
Beautiful glaive. So why does touching it give me a knot in my stomach?
Smell that? Blood. This whole plain reeks of it.
That'll wake you up of a fine day, won't it?
I do not need awakening. My senses are sharp as steel.
What are you doing? Hold up before they see you, Mer Gresham! What? Apart from the dragon? Look. That lot are swarming all over the bridge. I don't know what they want, but it can't be good. I'm going to find another way around. You ought to do the same. I doubt a fight against them would go your way. Nobody. Just another harassing fool trying to stay alive. There's plenty of us around. What? I go my own way. Rag. That's it. I'm getting out of here.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await. Nonsense.
Kithrak, we must speak.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh, shh, shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Kithrak. We shall find it.
Ryder, my time is short.
Shh. We're on. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
You honor me with this duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
The Kithrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon. I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours. To Danos! To the sky!
You did well to intervene, all for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The creche is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Baldur's Gate, northwest. Elturel, south. Moonrise Towers, west.
Dust on my tongue! I offer to parley, and he brings a spectator! Twit! Quite ruined my ambush. Now, you are? We simply haven't time. I am Dawn, third son of House Bartol, first rank evoker, and initiate of Graven Hollows. Oh. Oh, no, no, my dear dark gods below, no!
A memory shard. A container onto which brief mental impressions are projected and stored for years at a time.
Far, far longer than I realized. Then my enemies have already found the forge. Which bastard stole my glory? Zargrim? Filro? Impossible! The master of the Adamantine Forge would be known, and unless... Huh. Ha! The fools must have turned if they had just surrendered their... But no. They hoarded their knowledge, left... I had the good sense to lock mine away in the shard. And now I can claim the Forge alone. They knew of the Forge's defenses, its operation, true enough. But I know it. The rest I can figure out with time. You proved your power in freeing me. But I need no more rivals. Try...
Step carefully. There's a trap.
Traps. How considerate.
It's been a long day. I'll need to rest soon.
A resupply stash. I wonder if Lolth's pets left anything good.
These fungal spores are everywhere.
Corpses. These creatures did battle.
More are coming. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming.
Careful. Even the mushrooms down here can't be trusted.
Ignis!
You are swallowed by a chorus of turbulent music. Through one creature sing many voices, the harmony of an entire collective.
Sovereign, he has come. He is here.
The choir fades. A single melody rises above the others, brassy and commanding. Fungal roots weave through your mind, seeking your
Descend to me. Let us speak in flesh.
The persistent music coaxes you forward. The Sovereign expects you.
Ah, a visitor. But let us observe the customs.
The scholar's brow tenses. His voice spills into your skull. The spores.
Blurg, proud member of the Society of Brilliance. Or perhaps not. I do enjoy a good bargain. If anything in my private collection is to your liking. Very well. I have mushrooms. Welcome back. Have you made any new discoveries? Understandable. My colleagues and I are working to improve It's curious to find a surface dweller here. What has brought you down so deep? Truly remarkable. But why come to the Underdark, where they hold so much power? Forgive me. Being inquisitive is in my nature. You were infected by an illicit tad. You must be worried sick, but have no fear. I have a friend who may... Omelium!
I hope this is important, Blurg. My Zerkwood samples need constant attention.
It is. This adventurer has an illicit...
No ceremorphosis. That's impossible, but intriguing. Are you looking to have it extracted? Open your mind to me. Let us...
As the Meloan's mind pierces yours, the tadpole pulses with power. It feels 10 times its size. Alive. Awake. Almost smug.
This is most unusual. The incubation period should be complete, as should your transformation. But the larva is infused with strange magic. It appears to be in some form of stasis. No, it appears to be shielded from physical and magical influence. And even without the shield, the extraction would involve severe cranial trauma. It is not ideal. The process would surely kill you. But not to worry. Should you transform, I will happily... A Nautiloid? Fascinating. I have never set foot on one myself. They were our warships during the greatest eras of the Illithid Empire. The design was lost when the Gith rebelled. Of course. But I have an idea.
Oh.
There may be a way to bypass that stasis. There are many alchemical substances that can influence the mind. I do not intend to shatter its protection. I need only bypass the interference that prevents me from communicating with the law. A tincture distilled from a I would require a fresh tongue of madness and Timusk spores. But be warned, in their natural state, both of these mushrooms, Timusks, cause confusion in those that approach them. The tongue is...
The Underdark, of course, although they are... I imagine Lenore would have them in her possession. She served Mystra as a cleric. The Southwest, when I last saw her, although her tower does have a tendency to move. She is quite fond of her garden. Lenore has always been a lonely sort. I offered her the chance to join the Society, but she refused. Her experiments on Susa bark took priority.
May your travels be safe. I've never seen anything like it. As my species.
What is the creature doing to the...
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet.
Flesh talker.
A violent vision grips you. Dwergar, dark dwarves chopping Myconid remains.
They broke our peace.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a...
We laid waste to many.
The Sovereign's song halts as it...
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwergar invaders.
Deep purple
The Dwergar seek a gnome. It is a guest.
The Sovereign says nothing, but you hear appreciation in its... An illusion comes over you. A Dwergar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
Accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing...
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse them. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
Don't.
You find nothing of great interest.
Eyes. To yourself. Ugh.
Don't.
Her condition is familiar. Poison. Derived. She'll need an antidote soon. Most likely held by the poisoner.
Gods! Whatever that is, I needed it. Why are you helping me? You're one of them. Down here? Tends to be. I thank you for your help, but I gotta get moving. Oh, Coles garters. Oh, I don't have time for this. My kin need me. We can pay. We're Ironhand Clan, best artificers in Baldur's Gate. We were on an expedition down here when the Dwergar snatched us up. I got away, but not the others. The Greys have them digging out some old ruin across the lake. Just mining for materials, but our work pays well. Help my clan, and we'll make it worth your while. Thank you. But here... I'll mark where I made my escape, and... be enough to cover rent.
Dwergar, this circle does not welcome me. I am the danger, and I am the cure. Remain.
Where are you? Seems the shrooms are letting in more people. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Bald, blue tunic, dumb as a stick. Like I told you already, I'm waiting for that lummox Balin. Right. Never mind. Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you try to ransom him to me. You'll find yourself skint and stuck with my useless husband. Send him for an errand. It's no surprise he's made a mess of it.
Slender drow blade impales the stone before you, keeping a silent vigil. This blade was a warrior's sacrifice to Illustray. Blood can only be honored with blood. The drow script inscribed on the blade flickers and glows. It rises from the stone, hanging in the air in silent offering.
That might be worth a look.